Brentford have never made it to the quarter-finals of the League Cup. The first evening game here at the Brentford Community Stadium is a chance to change that, and it's against our playoff final opponents, Fulham. So, is it a chance for revenge for what happened that night at Wembley? Here's what Thomas Frank had to say.
I agree, we can't get around that in any way. Of course, it's a repeat of the playoff final, it is. For me, that's in the past. That's history. What we can affect and do something about is the game tomorrow, which is a huge opportunity for the team and the club to write history. We really would like to go into the quarterfinal. We've never been there before, so all my focus is on that. I said after the playoff final 2 months ago, congratulations to Scott Parker, his staff, and the players, and Fulham as a club. But since then, we moved on, they moved on, and now we're playing fourth round, Carabao Cup.
Yeah, for a place in the quarterfinals, and arguably you're in a better position than they are. I mean, okay, they got promoted, they're a Premier League club. You started well in the Championship, and you were at home, and you've already beaten Premier League sides to get this far. Fulham have not started well, and seemingly their manager was criticised a bit by his own owner this week.
I can focus on us and say that we are relatively pleased with the start of the season. I think we have a top cup run. I think we have put some overall good performance in the first 3 games. So I agree. I think we're in a good place. We always wanna improve and wanna do better. That's what I'm focusing on.
I guess when you started here against Wycombe on this cup run, and you looked at what September had in terms of games every midweek, if you got through, every weekend, probably it looked quite daunting. But now with this being put to bed until December, if you get through to the quarterfinals, you're 3 games from Wembley, and chance to, as you say, create some real history here by winning something.
Exactly, and I think, I think every footballer or coach or who's involved in this beautiful sport like to, in a way, change history or be a part of history or doing something special. And we all really would like to achieve that first bit by qualifying us to the quarterfinal. That's why it's a big game for us. And then it's also about juggling two tournaments where we like to do well in both. And that's a tough one, but we are prepared, and we're really looking forward to a good game, a London derby against Fulham.
What Fulham team do you expect? Do you expect Scott to put out the one that were beaten by Villa on Monday, or do you think he'll change it up a bit because he sees the weekend game more important?
I don't know. I think he will change some players, if I should guess. But I think I'm pretty sure they'll put a very strong side out there. So we're going to have hopefully another top game between Brentford and Fulham.
Are you surprised at how well your team have done in this competition and this season so far?
If we talk about this competition, of course, when you play Southampton and then you look at the lineup and it's a full strength Southampton side, I was not surprised, but really pleased with the performance we put up against them. I think we performed fine, but not as good against West Brom, who was another Premier League side who, maybe mixed the team a bit. But it's just proven in the 3 cup games that we have a strong squad, and we have some interesting players that are pushing the more established one.
I don't need to ask, do I? You've been practicing penalties, because I can see from your cup run so far you probably don't need to.
Now, as I said, after the 2 penalty shootouts, that it was good that all the practicing we put in to the playoff games, it paid off a bit. So let's see. We're prepared if we should go to a penalty shootout tomorrow.
I love watching penalty shootouts. Do you enjoy it as a manager?
Not as much, I think. I even watched Tottenham Chelsea last night, and it's that is flip of a coin. I prefer to finish it in the ordinary game.
Last one, transfer window shuts next Monday, and then a week on from domestically. First of all, Said Benrahma, been linked for a long time this window with Crystal Palace. I know he came on last week. What is his situation, if anything's new in that situation? And what about you in terms of maybe getting more players in?
Said is a Brentford player, and he will be in the squad for tomorrow. That's my concern. Getting players in, let's see. I think everything can happen.
Give me a bit of a clue.
No, the easy thing to say yes or no, but it's transfer window, so everything can happen.
Come on!